Hello everyone, welcome back, and in today's video, we are going to dive into the process of creating 3D webtoon background. I have covered this topic in many of my previous videos, but this time things are a bit different. Instead of focusing on the technical side, I will be showing you to the actual workflow, walking you through my process of turning simple floor plan into fully realized 3D building. Let's get started. Open up your 3D software like Blender. The first step is to bring in your floor plan references and adjust the scale. I keep things relatively simple. I don't include overly detailed structural or architectural elements since this is just for a webtoon background. However, is it mandatory? I highly recommend it. Think of it like a storyboard for your comic. It helps you to plan out your scene before you start building. Next, let's move on to the wall. For this part, I'm using a template from an add-on called Archimesh. This add-on is a lifesaver. It lets you create walls, doors, windows, and other building components super quickly. You can easily adjust the height, length, and thickness without having to constantly mess with the scale, grab, or move tool in Blender. Honestly, using this method just makes the whole workflow so much more faster. Now, build out all of your wall, but make sure to keep them as Archimesh native meshes. It will really help with the next step. Once that's done, we can add windows and door using the Archimesh template as well. Just pick the window style you like and adjust the dimension within the template setting. Place them exactly where they need to go, and once you are happy with the layout, it's time to head back to the wall and cut out the opening. Since we are using Archimesh wall, you can easily create holes for your windows and door using auto hole shortcut. Just click that option and the wall opening for all of your doors and windows are automatically generated. For the next step, I'm going to work on the exterior column for the building. Initially, I planned to use the steel structures, but it turned out Archimesh doesn't have a template for that, so I have decided to switch to concrete column instead. And it's much more simpler and save a lot of time. Next, let's add the floor. I'm raising the elevation of the building so it sits higher than the exterior ground level. To be honest, I did this specifically so I could use the stair template from Archimesh. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if you are using Archimesh to build your room or wall, there is actually an option you can check to automatically generate the floor area. I skipped that part this time because my building has some outdoor sections, so it's just simple for me to model the floor manually. Next, let's add the stairs. Again, we will use the Archimesh template to speed things up. Just don't forget to adjust the dimension and make sure the riser height is balanced. It's not just about getting the proportion right, but also I want them to make it more realistic so the characters won't trip over them. I know it's just for a comic background, but a little detail like that really adds to the quality. Next, I want to add a railing or a fence around the building. Unfortunately, Archimesh doesn't have a template for this kind of object, so I will be modeling it manually from scratch. First, create a plane that outlines the area where you want the fence to be. You can add more edges to the plane using loop cut, and later we will convert the plane to wireframe using modifier. This way, I don't have to deal with manually adjusting the thickness or making holes in the mesh just to create a metal fence. With the main structure complete, we can move on to the interior. The building is supposed to be a small restaurant. At first, I thought about modeling the table and chairs from scratch, but then I realized that will take way too much more time, so I decided to use some assets I already created in a previous Blender project. I just used append features to bring those objects into this file, and now I have got my table and chairs all set. If you are a SketchUp user who are used to using 3D Warehouse to grab free asset, Blender has a similar features through an add-on called Blend Kit. With it, you can easily pull 3D asset directly into your Blender scene. When it comes to duplicating object, you can use array modifier, standard duplicate, or link duplicate. Personally, I think link duplicate to be the best because they keep the file size smaller. However, the downside is every instance will be identical, which is a bad choice if you are looking for variety in your scenes. Next, let's add some trees. There is an add-on called Sapling Tree Gan that you can use to generate tree templates. You can customize everything from the trunks and branches down to the leaves to fit your design. However, for this project, I'm only using the trunk from the add-on, and I'm adding the leaves using an image I create in Clip Studio Paint. If you are wondering why, it's mainly because I have specific scene in my comic that features the trees, and I want to keep the leaf design consistent across the board. By the way guys, if you need to add 3D text, Blender has a built-in feature for that, so you don't have to model the letters manually from scratch. Just add a text object and edit it by simply typing on your keyboard. To give it some thickness, just go to setting and adjust extrude value. And there you go, your text now has volume. Moving on to material, first switch to rendered view to preview the final look. Next, add sunlight to serve as primary light source. From there, you can adjust its intensity and direction to suit your scene. For the world setting, I also use append features to bring the setup from another file I created earlier, just to make sure the sky colors stay consistent. Now, for the material, you might notice I'm just assigning them from the list. If you are wondering why, it's because my screen recording software crashed while I was filming. I've already done the unwrapping, setting up the nodes in the setting tab, but nah, I'm not gonna repeating that pace again. Yes, adding material is actually way more complex than what I am showing here. When it comes to picking color, try not to use too many combinations. I recommend sticking to just 3, like black, white, and brown palette I'm using for this design. And there you have it, the building is done. You are free to use this however it fits your workflow. Feel free to render it or simply take a screenshot to use it as a webtoon background. If you found the pace of this video a bit too fast, as I mentioned earlier, the goal here was to demonstrate the workflow. For more in-depth technical tutorial, you can head over my other video. If you are a SketchUp user, I have got a similar video for you. But if you are AutoCAD user to build 3D model in Revit and then making comic in Photoshop, then wow, you are rich. Anyway, that is for today's video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.